Good evening, everyone. Seeing all five of us in masks here, my intention was not to take us all back into the year 2020, and the whole world was wearing masks. They say live in the present, but our present is based on our experiences from the past and our aspirations and hope towards our future. So when we take our experiences from the past and hoping that in the future, we, our children, or our grandchildren will not have to wear masks just to step out into the open. Our humble attempt to bring to you all earth and environment, sustainability, stories and sustainability this evening to all of you. Namaste, I'm Sree Karuna. Sita, unmute yourself.
I'm Sita Srinivas.
Sudha.
Yeah, hi, I'm Sudharamani.
Vanakkam, I'm Devanarayan.
Katie, you have to unmute.
Hi, Namaste, I'm Katie Bali.
And as our session unfolds, you will see what each of us is going to bring on here. I'm going to, remove the spotlight for others and invite one by one later again. The story started one afternoon on a weekend in the month of December 2023. All the grandchildren were sitting and Amama was reading Ramayana in her book. And then she saw all the grandchildren hovering around, charts, color papers, all the pens were lying here and there. Hey, what is happening? I might trip on these sketch pens. Please make some space for me to go and get some water. And what are you all doing? Grandmother asked. Amama asked. Amama, in our school, there is a science exhibition and we are supposed to make a poster to save our planet Earth. Shall I give you some ideas? Amama asked. Amama, what ideas can you give? You sit there and read your Ramayana. We have lots of ideas. And the children were discussing among themselves, no, we should draw water here. No, more green there. And these all were happening. And just then the calling bell rang. And Prakriti, that name, Prakriti means nature, was given by Amama to her elder granddaughter. Prakriti opened the door and it was the Swiggy delivery guy. He had brought samosas, chaat, and everything for the children. Amama said, why did you all order? There are lots of fruits and a lot of food at home. All the time you're ordering food from outside. Mama, we were so hungry making all these posters and we had to eat something. But why can't you eat fruits? Mama, please don't, give your lecture that we have to eat healthy, we have to eat local and all. Then Mama said, okay, I won't give that lecture. But what you're doing today on these posters were not required during our days. And in our days, we had nice, clean air. We made only the snacks which our parents made. And, we never ordered food. You didn't order food those days because there was no technology. You didn't have Swiggy app. You didn't have mobile phone. You didn't have internet. Yeah. But even if we have, we need not order so much. What is the point of all of you making these posters if you can't live by what you're going to say in the posters? By the way, do you all know Katie Bagley? She lives in Mumbai. She takes everybody to nature walk. She has written so many books about the environment. I wonder why your school did not invite her till date, to tell you all the story. So many stories about leopards, about ocean life, about so many stories she has written. I think your school library must be having some of her books. Wait, maybe we can video call her and she will tell you one of the stories, and that can give you a good idea to make your poster today. Mama, you really know Katie Bagley? She's one of my favorite author. I wonder what story she's going to narrate today. Okay. You just video call her, please, please, please. We all are eagerly waiting. We'll put it aside and we want to hear her story so that her story could give us some ideas. Okay, here we go. And hello, Katie.
Hi. Hi, lovely to
Hey,
see you all here.
Katie, I'm so happy to see you here. My grandchildren want to, make a poster for the Environment Day in their school. I thought if you'll tell the story that you have written, maybe they can get some idea and write a very good story. Why
Yes,
don't you please tell a story to them?
I would love to do that. I think I shall tell a story from this book of mine.
Oh,
Isn't this
lovely.
a forest, Ma? And you see a leopard over here, a little leopard cub. Yes. I wonder what the story is. Do you want to know more about the story?
Yes,
Here we
please.
go. So, are you ready? Sit back and listen. It began in Gompao village, where a group of friends, children, were getting this. They were missing Chamchamwala, their very special friend who sold the most yummy sweets and candies. And he also told the most enthralling stories. They were so busy chatting away, they didn't hear the tinkle, tinkle, tinkle jingling bells of Chamchamwala, nor did they see Chamchamwala's colorful hat of feathers bobbing up and down as he approached them. They got the surprise of their lives when they heard his familiar voice. Here I am with plenty of sweets, said Chamchamwala. Oh, the children were over the moon. Chamchamwala, we have been waiting and waiting for you, they called. They all ran to their homes to get the coins they had been collecting in their piggy banks. In exchange for the coins, Chamchamwala handed out fistfuls of sweets, candies, toffees. All the children were very happy. And then little Andya asked, what about a story? While she slurped on an orange flavored sweet. Chamchamwala scratched his head. I have to tell you a story. Let me see. Which story should I tell? Ah, yes. I shall tell you the story of Tiki the leopard. And so he began his story under the large banyan tree while the children listened all ears. Tiki, this is Tiki, the 3-month-old leopard cub, awoke and yawned. He was very different from his two sisters, who preferred to sleep all day in their den. Being hungry, he drank his mother's milk. Chunk, 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 chunk. Then he stretched his little legs. Ma, I would like to take a walk outside the den today, he told his mother. I want to see what it's like in the jungle. I won't be long. Be careful, Tiki. You are still very young, Tiki's mother warned him. And don't step out of the forest. Who knows what dangers may be lurking there? It was the first time that Tiki had ever stepped out of his den. He was very excited and went off cheerily at a trot. Trot, 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 trot. Some mischievous monkeys who were on a treetop tossed berries on him just for fun. But Tiki just looked up and smiled. As he walked further and further, he was puzzled to see fewer and fewer trees And very soon, he was in a strange place which had a long grey pathway. Did you know what that pathway was? Can you guess? Yes, it was a road, a tarmac road. And there were enormous blocks with square holes in them reaching the sky. Of course, they were high rise buildings. Tiki was surprised to see a new animal species that walked on two legs but did not fly like the birds. Perhaps they are the man species Ma was talking about, thought Tiki. And how strange this part of the forest is. He did not realize that he was already outside his jungle. On and on he walked, taking in the new scenes and new smells. What frightened him were the four-legged monsters that zoomed by at a terrific speed. And it was surprising to see that these monsters had man sitting inside them. Of course, you have guessed, those were the cars. And to top it all, their four legs turned round and round as fast as can be. He didn't like these monsters as they honked, paw, 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 and screeched loudly. The sounds hurt his ears. A little further, he came across a stray dog peeing on a tree. Yes, what was a stray dog peeing on the tree for? I'll show you the picture. Here you can see the stray dog peeing on the tree. He was marking his territory. The dog did not take kindly to Tiki and began barking at him. Whoa, 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 for entering his territory. Tiki remained unperturbed. He deliberately peed on the same tree to mark his territory there. Hey, what's this? A huge pile of some weird smelling knickknacks. There were several crows lurking around it. Here, can you see the picture in the book? The crow on a pile of garbage. And this needs investigation, thought Tiki. Caw, 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 the crows cawed on top of their lungs. Tiki tried to chase them away, but one of them pecked him hard on the head. Tiki didn't like it. Should I go back to my den, thought Tiki. This forest is not so pleasant. But his love for adventure made him go on. Maybe I should walk just a little further, thought Tiki. This narrow pathway seems much quieter. Let me see where it leads. So he walked. And wow, who can this be? A three-legged species walking tick-tock, tick-tock. It was actually an old lady hobbling slowly with her walking stick. Two legs of her own and the third leg was a walking stick. Tiki followed her. She entered a park and sat down on a bench. You can see this picture of the old lady sitting on a bench and relaxing. Ah, much quieter here and a lot more trees and grass. There were some children playing. Maybe I should go and play with these man cubs, thought Tiki. But just then came along another lady pushing her baby in a stroller. She stopped the stroller under a tree, picked up her baby, and joined some other women who were gossiping away. I'll show you the picture of the stroller. Tiki looked at the stroller. Just look. This is how he was investigating into the stroller. If this thing with its four tiny legs is good enough for man cub, it will be good enough for leopard cubs too, he thought. He jumped inside the stroller. It felt very soft and comfortable. He pulled the blanket over his head and fell fast asleep. inside the stroller. A little while later, along came a plump lady. She stopped by the stroller. She thought perhaps there's a baby inside, and she began patting. Gucci, Gucci, little baby, she called, patting the blanket. She thought she was patting the baby under the blanket, yes. She did not know who was actually sleeping there. And what do you think happened next? Tiki awoke with a start. On seeing the plump lady, he jumped out of the stroller. The lady realized it was a leopard cub. Oh my God! And she had been patting a leopard cub. She screamed loudly, a leopard, inside the stroller. This is how she looked. Just look at her face, screaming away, so frightened of the little leopard cub, Tiki. Poor Tiki. When he saw everybody rushing towards him, he hurriedly climbed up the nearest tree. A big crowd gathered below. They looked up, expecting the cub to come down sooner or later. Someone phoned up the forest department. Hello, sir. There is a leopard on a tree here in Almeida Park. Please come soon. And two forest officials came along on the double. They put a tall ladder against the tree and climbed up with nets in their hands to trap the leopard cub. This is how the forest officer was climbing up the tree to trap Tiki. But guess what? Surprise of surprises, Tiki was not there. He had disappeared. How? Tiki had cleverly padded down the tree from the other side of the tree where the crowd could not see him. He then scrambled into some bushes to hide. He was so overwhelmed with all the crowd and the people. Oh, someone was waiting for him in the bushes. Someone smelling very familiar. Can you guess who that someone was? It was his own, guess what? Mother. Ma, Tiki purred happily. Thank goodness you have come. Shh, shushed Tiki's mother. Come on, we had better return to our forest before any of these man species see us. I told you not to go outside the forest, Tiki. Do you see what trouble you landed in? What would you have done if I had not come along? But isn't this our forest, Ma? Asked Tiki, very puzzled. It used to be our forest, son, but man has been cutting down the trees so that they can build more and more of those unnatural dens for themselves. Sadly, our forest has become very small now. Just then, they saw several men carrying placards and calling loudly, "We need forests. They give us pure air. Do not cut down trees." This is how they were, campaigning. They were all calling out, protesting. Tiki looked very puzzled. What are they shouting for, Ma? These are the men who realize the importance of forests. They are protesting against others who have been cutting down the trees, explained Mother Leopard. Maybe we and other animals of the forest too should go on a protest march one day, said Tiki. We should ask men to replant trees and make our shrinking forest bigger once again, said Tiki as he rubbed against his mother lovingly and stepped back into his den. And so, friends, that is the end of my story, said Chum Chumwala to the children. Shouldn't we too plant some more trees around our homes and our village, Chum Chumwala? Asked Adia, one of the group of children who were listening to the story. Yes, That is a splendid idea, said Chum Chumwala. So, when I come here again, I hope to see your village even more lush and green. And we will get to breathe plenty of pure air. Now, off I go, said Chum Chumwala. The children in the other villages are waiting for me. Goodbye. So, friends, this is the end of my story. Hope you all enjoyed and got the message. Goodbye. Thank you. You are on mute, Sree.
Thank you so much, Katie. Just with a call, you just came and narrated the story to my grandchildren. That was really sweet of you. I hope they get some ideas to now to make the posters. And just then, the little Sagar said, okay, from the story, I understand that we need to plant more trees. But what will happen if I plant one tree? One tree is not going to become a forest. And little Rudula came and said, yes, Amama, Sagar will plant one tree, I will plant one tree. But now we are staying in apartment. There is no space in apartment. Would they have just a jogging track and a few Ashoka trees? I would like to plant, Chiku tree, Sitafal tree, pomegranate, guava, and mango tree. My favorite fruit is mango tree. But what can we do by planting one or two trees? Maybe we can plant in the farm in a native place. But one or two trees will not start a forest, no, Amama. Rudila asked. Then Amama said, I know. One or two trees will not start a forest. But if one Sagar, one Mrudula, one Kavita, one Pavitra, you make the beginning. Nowadays there are so many NGOs, they are making seed balls, you know, of all the mangoes that we are eating in the summer season, they're making into seed balls, and government agencies are taking these seed balls and throwing from helicopters. You haven't read that in the news, children? Oh, yes, Mama. I remember seeing they are throwing seed balls from the helicopter. Yes, you're right. You know, my friend Renu, she's so lucky. She lives in Chennai, near the beach, near the coast. And she doesn't live in an apartment. They bought a house. And around her house, she has all these trees. She's a nature lover. She has chiku tree, she has pomegranate tree, she has guava tree, and she also has mango tree. And you know what? She's a story writer, she is a storyteller. I think I'll make one more video call to Renu. And she has written a beautiful story about a mango tree. You all think one tree, but one seed can grow up into a big mango tree. And that mango tree can host so many birds. And those birds will nibble on the fruits and carry and put the seed somewhere else. This way we will have a forest, my children. Okay, Mama, call Renu. Call Renu, auntie. Call Renu, auntie, please. Okay, here we go. I'm calling Renu, auntie. Welcome, Renu.
Hi, hello children. Can you hear me? Hello children, it's so nice to see you. I'm so happy that your grandmother is telling you such lovely stories. Well, my story was not very long ago and not very far away. There was this house, and this house had a garden, a beautiful garden. In the front, there was a nice big tree and a few flowering plants. At the back, there were 3 or 4 fruiting trees. One was chiku, one was mango, one was orange, yes, an orange tree, and a musa, a sweet lime tree. Now, in that house, there also lived a little girl called Seema with her mother and father. The mango tree in January had lots of flowers on it. As the days went by, these flowers and tiny little mangoes hanging on. One day, the little girl came running out. She was so excited when she saw those flowers. Ma, Ma, she shouted. And when her mother came out and said, "What's it, Seema?" She said, "Ma, look, look. Our mango tree has so many tiny mangoes." Yes, we are very, very lucky, aren't we? Every year, our mango tree is so generous in giving us so many mangoes. Ma, I can't wait for them to grow big. I can't wait, said Seema. Okay, Seema, we'll wait, but let's go in now. It's time for school. So mother and Seema went back inside. 2 or 3 days went by. But one night, there was a terrible storm. It was coastal town and cyclones were very, very normal. There were strong winds, thunder, dama, 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 lightning. All the trees in the town and in Seema's garden were shaking, bending as though they'd been possessed by devils. The next day morning was when the storm had sort of stopped. It was still raining. When Seema came running out, she saw that every little mango had fallen onto the ground. She started to cry. Hearing her crying so loudly, her mother came out worried what had happened to her daughter. Ma, look, look, all our mangoes are gone. The mother said, "Seema, the mangoes have gone, but look, our tree hasn't fallen down, it's still standing. We can still get our mangoes next year. And this year, we can always buy some mangoes from the market." So Seema was a little mollified and they went back inside. Now, unknown to anyone, up above, hidden among the leaves, was one tiny little mango. And this mango said to her mother, "Ma, I want to be with you always." And her mother replied, "Ambi, that was the little mango's name. Said, you can't be with me forever. You will soon start growing. You'll grow to your fullest size and you will be green. But soon, as the days go by, your color will change. You'll become a beautiful yellow color. You'll be so fragrant, you'll be so sweet that all the birds and the squirrels will be attracted to you. They'll start nibbling on you. Ma, won't that hurt? Yes, it will hurt a little bit in the beginning. But we are born to give, and you will not feel the hurt anymore. Remember one thing, deep inside you, there's something very special. Your seed. One day will fall down into the ground, go inside the soil, and you too will come out and become a big, strong tree, just like me, said her mother. When she heard this, Ambi felt little satisfied. Just as her mother said, as the days went by, Ambi started growing bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Finally, she was a very big mango, but still hidden among the leaves. Slowly, the color started to change. Slightly yellow on top, then slightly more yellow, more yellow. And already the squirrels had come and started nibbling on the top of the mango. But Ambi sort of felt okay about it. Then came the parrots, then came the quails and the crows. And then one day, Ambi was half eaten. And suddenly, because of the wind, tup, she fell down onto the ground. And when she fell down on the ground, it was still wet. And she thought to herself, how nice, I'm going to grow up right next to my mother. But what Ambi didn't know was that there was a dog in that house who loved mangoes. That dog came running out, nose on the ground, and very soon found Ambi, grabbed her in her mouth and around to the front yard and started eating up the man. Just then somebody called from inside and the dog ran. Ambi lay there. It was a cemented floor. How will I go into the soil now? Thought Ambi. Doesn't look like I'm going to grow into a tree. As she thought that, from up above the tree came a crow, picked up Ambi by its beak, and flew away, far away to another garden. Sat on the tree, held Ambi between its claws, and started pecking and pecking and pecking, and soon there was nothing left of Ambi but the seed. And just as the crow flew away, the seed fell down, down, down into the ground. And here the soil was wet and moist. And Ambi started growing inside. It was dark and lonely, and Ambi felt very, very scared. But she remembered her mother's words. You will grow into a big tree one day, Ambi. And so she patiently waited. And one day, a tiny little root went down into the soil. And a tiny little shoot came up and then broke through the surface of the soil. And Ambi could feel the warmth of the sun, the soft, cool breeze, and the slight drizzle. Ambi felt so happy to see the birds chirping. She saw another tree far away, and she felt, I'm going to grow into a tree. The days went by. Ambi started growing bigger and bigger and bigger till she had become about this size of a sapling. Suddenly, the season changed. It was summer, peak of summer. The sun shone down brightly upon her. It was very, very, very hot. The ground around her had dried up, and she was almost dying. She wanted water, water, water. The big tree right there was still green and nice, but the roots had gone deep down. But Ambi's roots still hadn't gone deep down. Am I not going to live? Am I going to die? Thought Ambi. But just then, a lady and her daughter came by to that part of the garden. And the lady looked at the plant and she said, looks like there's another tree growing here. Let's try and revive it. So they went, they brought a garden hose and poured lots and lots of water on Ambi. By then, all her leaves had fallen off. But still, Ambi was still a bit alive. As she felt that water pouring all over her, Ambi felt so refreshed. And every day the watering was continued. And as tiny little leaves appeared, lots of natural manure was added to the ground. And Ambi started growing. And when her purplish leaves started turning into green, the mother and the daughter realized that it was a mango tree. We are so lucky. Looks like some bird has dropped a seed into our garden. We are lucky to have this mango tree. Soon, in another 6, 7 years, the tree will be big and we'll have lots of mangoes to eat, said the mother to her daughter. Both of them were so happy. And when Ambi heard this, she felt so very happy. Finally, she had found a home for herself. And just like her mother had said, she too would become a really big tree, providing fruits to birds, squirrels, and to humans, of course. Thank you.
That was such a beautiful story you shared with my grandchildren, Renu. I am so indebted to you. Thank you
You're
immediately for
welcome.
coming and telling this story. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now, children, you have seen that one seed, Ambi, it thought that it's going to die, it cannot do anything, but it is growing up into a big tree. Like that, small things that you do, you start, it can go into a big way, like the big mango tree. And, you know, it is in our hands to save the planet, isn't it? Yeah, Mama, thank you so much for, inviting Katie, ma'am, and Renu auntie and all for telling the stories. Now let's finish our Post her quickly and you finish your Ramayana. Just then, the doorbell rang again. And again, Sagar opened the door and he said, Prakriti, Akka, Amazon parcel, what did you order? The box looked like shoes. Oh, shoes? Oh my God. Yes, I wanted the, lime, no, radiant green color shoes. I hope, I just can't wait to wear it tomorrow to, outing. Mama is looking. Prakriti, you already have 10 to 15 pairs of footwear. Why did you order one more new? Why did your mama give you money? Mama, it's not like your times that you had one pair of footwear just to go out. I know at home you didn't wear any footwear, but now we need one footwear for the gym, one, not one, maybe two, three. One for basketball, everything has a separate kind. One heels for parties, for movies, it's, stilettos and something we have block heels and we have wedges and different kinds of footwear we see. And need not even go to the showroom to buy, we just, at the click of a button, it comes. Uh, there you see. Where is sustainability? You order things at the click of a button and they come and you don't like them. And again, you send back. You know how much carbon footprint you people are creating? Mama, how do you know about carbon footprint? I read newspaper. And on World Earth Day, World Environment Day, the paper is full of articles. I don't read only Ramayana. You're right, Amma. Of late, everybody is saying we have to reduce our carbon footprint. There was no carbon footprint during your time. What will we have about carbon footprint? We ate what was produced in our farms, and we had one tailor and one shop and cloth, and they used to make long skirts, pavadas and blouses. The moment I grew taller or I grew heftier, it passed on to my younger sister, and from her it passed on to another younger sister or a cousin. We all lived in joint families. No, finally that was worn till it tore, and we could use it to wipe the floor. Oh, Mama, you're rhyming also, huh? Huh, I can't rhyme. Okay. You know what? There is another storyteller. She is Sita Srinivas. She's my friend's daughter. She's very popular in Vishakapatnam. She goes to all NGOs and schools and narrates lots of stories. I heard she has a very wonderful story about the sustainability that you all are talking about. Do you want to listen to her story? Okay, Mama. Maybe we get some more ideas. Please call her also on video call. Here, here is her number. Call her. Let's invite her. Sita, I hope you pick up the call.
Hello.
And here she is.
Hi.
Sita, wait. I told that you're such a great storyteller. And once when I came to your home, you told me about that Taylor story. It had
Yeah.
such a great meaning about sustainability. Please tell my children about sustainability. They are ordering t-shirts and shoes on Amazon and some car. Please.
Okay. I will. Hi, kids. Well, I think your mama, loved that story so much, and she wants me to share, and I will share it here. This story is about a weaver and his friend, a tailor. And this story comes from a quaint village, coastal village, a town, you can say, from Uppada. Uppada is a beautiful village. It's having lots and lots of weaver community. And where there are weavers, there are clothes. And where there are clothes, there will be tailors. So this colony had lots of weavers, and one weaver, his name was Apparao, and he built a new house. He invited all his neighbors, his friends and relatives for his housewarming ceremony. And then he also invited his very good friend, Tailor Ramarao. And that day, Tailor Ramarao and his wife, they went for this graduation party. They went, they attended the Satyanarayana Puja, and when they were returning, the weaver, Ramarao, gifted everyone a beautiful sari for the ladies and dhoti for the men. Now the tailor was very happy to receive that. And he said, wow, this silk one, which I had not worn for quite some time. It's so dear to me. And my wife said, wow, such a beautiful color of this beautiful sari. And I love this silk sari. Both of them, they went back home. They were very happy and wearing it, the same sari and dhoti everywhere. And our tailor, he loved the dhoti so much. Anybody would invite him, he would wear the same dhoti and go. He used to go to the market, he used to go to the temple, he used to just wear this dhoti. One day, when he was returning from a temple, he was riding his cycle and was getting down. The dhoti tore. Oh, my lovely, beautiful dhoti. Oh my God, I just can't wear this again. Oh my God, such a big tear. I was feeling very, very sad. What should I do? What should I do? And you know, the dhoti is 4.5 meters. I said, hey, I think I should do something with it. Just put it on his cutting table. And he thought, and he thought, and he thought. He's a tailor. He got an idea. He said, yo, Michael, and just click. He just did it. He made a beautiful coat, a long coat for himself, a silk coat. And his wife said, wow, this is so beautiful. Wait, I will get a golden buttons for you from the market. And she got a golden button and she started sewing it. It was looking very beautiful. Now, Tailor Ramarao was so happy. He started wearing a new long coat. He used to wear it here, he used to wear it there, he used to wear it everywhere. Now, when you wear something very often, it gets worn out. Especially, he used to always, put his hands in his pocket. He would put his wallet, he would put his keys. So at that particular pace, it was worn out. It was a little tattered. It was a little discolored. I said, what should I do? But it's so precious. I love this. This is my friend. He just hung it on the hanger and he was looking at it and he said, Ramaya, Ramaya, edo chayya. Oh, Ramaya, Ramaya, edo chayya. He thought, and he thought. He got an idea. He grabbed his scissors. He made a beautiful coat. Nowadays, you all call it as Modi coat, right? So he made a beautiful Modi coat. Nice, a golden collar. It was so beautiful. Started to wear it. He wore it here, he wore it there, he wore it everywhere. And the same thing happened to this so-called Modi coat. He wore it so often that it was. Said, now what should I do? And that is when he got an idea. He said, Ramaya edo chedamaya, Ramaya edo chedamaya. And then he just drew a beautiful motif on it. And he asked his wife to embroider it. The wife was saying, oh wow, this is so beautiful. And she started a beautiful embroidery on it. Once the embroidery was done, she said, here, take this. Now, what are you going to do with this? He said, wait and watch. Brought his scissors and cut. He made a beautiful bag out of it. He had a beautiful handle and he said, hey, wifey, take it. And this is for you, a gift of love. Now you can, happily take it to the market, you can buy whatever you want and you can put it in that. You always complain, see, that, the neighbor Ramayamma has a beautiful bag. Now you have it. Really, the wife was so happy. She said, oh my God, such a beautiful bag. And then, like her husband, she took it here, she took it there, she took it everywhere. To the market, to the temple, when she went to drop her children to the school, or when she went to the neighbor's house to gossip. Over a period of time, the bag also was wearing out. And then she came to her husband and she said, please, I can't part with it, but I know the time has come. Can you use your intelligent mind and make something out of it? He said, let me think and let me think. And he said, Ravaya, 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 Padaya, Padaya, Padaya. Let me do something with it. And he cut the beautiful embroidery from the bag and it made a big square. Remember, the wife had made an embroidery both the sides. He cut it and he said, what should I do with this? What should I do with this? He thought and he thought and he went to the photo frame shop and he made a beautiful photo frame out of it. And do you want to see the other one? He made the second one. It was so beautiful. He got it framed and he brought it back and he came to his drawing room. He nailed on the wall and he hung these two beautiful pictures. And that is when the son came back from school and he said, wow, Papa, Nana, it's so beautiful. But Nana, you should have made something for me. You made such a beautiful bag for Amma. For yourself, you made two coats, one jacket and a coat. Nothing for me. Then Nana, Ramarao said, hey, this I made it for you. Huh? What use is it? Just hanging and looking at it. I said, no, this is a beautiful reminder that things can be made in different ways. See, this is what you call sustainability. Oh, Nana, tomorrow we have something in the school saying that it's a show and tell program. I will take this. And then Nana said, yes, dear, you can take this too and show it in your school and talk about sustainability. And he said, Nana, you're so good. And he hugged his father and he said, he just waited. He couldn't wait for the next day. He immediately put it in a school bag. The next day, he went to the school. And in the school, he spoke about sustainability. And the judge, when the results were out, the judgment was out, he was a winner. When giving his prize, the judge said, hey, this is what is called sustainability. And nowadays, we have got something called slow fashion, where we reuse, repurpose the things. And now in the market, you have seen lots of bags made of jeans and also footwear made of rubber and tires. Now everybody is aware of the environment they're using, less chemicals in their fabrics. And also, the scientists have developed something called fiber from, fabric from the fiber of the membrane of a banana tree and bamboo. So at that day, the son was so happy. He came proudly and he said, Nana, I'm proud of you for teaching me this lesson on sustainability. And that's the story of it. And please, this is the beautiful thing, which is proudly hanging and gently reminding every day son Raju about sustainability. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sita, for telling my favorite story again for these kids and explaining them what sustainability is in real life. You are such a sweetheart, You're such a sweetheart. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sree, for, telling about me and my story to your grandchildren. I hope your grandchildren will spread awareness in the school and learn a lesson from this.
So, children, now you know that you don't need a new dress or a new t-shirt or new shoes from Amazon or some card for your Instagram post. You know, Sita auntie told, no? So from your old jeans, you can make them into shorts, three-fourths, shorts, or what you call it, and pass on to your cousins. Yes, Mama, you're absolutely right. We have to not only make the posters, we have to, they say, no, walk the talk. Yeah, walk the talk. But you know why I am insisting that you should not use plastic. You not only make the posters and cut down on your Swiggies and Amazons, because in our city also we had floods. You remember, no? Last year we had floods. Oh, you mean in Chennai? Yes, but you know, 10 years back, when this little Sagar was not born, we were living in Vishakapatnam that time. And that time there was a cyclone called Hood. More than me, your mother will tell you how Hood was. She will show you pictures. Wait. Hello, Amma. You want me to tell about Hood to kids? Okay. I will show them the pictures also. You know what, children? Those days we used to stay in Vizag, next to a hill called Kailashgiri. The hill was fully luscious green, and every day morning I used to go for walk. And the walk was to a park called Teneti Park, which was overlooking the beach. It was at a height. And in 2013 also, there was a cyclone announcement from the government on the radios. And when the cyclone announcement came for all of us to stock our homes and everything, we thought, okay, we will look into it. Some of us stocked, but the cyclone did not come to Vizag. It just passed on to Orissa. And it was in the year 2014. And this time, again, there was a announcement. And we thought, the cyclone is not for Vizag. Last year, it went off to Orissa. This time also, it will go off to Orissa or it will go off to the Chennai somewhere, but it won't come to Vizag at all. It came to Vizag. And when it came to Vizag, all the buildings were rattling, and we were near our house. There were palm trees, and the palm trees were swaying so badly in the wind. I thought they will fall on our building or on our bedroom window. And because of the wind speed, the rain was directly coming towards windows, and all the rain was so much in volume, so much in volume. We had a wooden flooring in our bedroom that time. And all that your father, me, and your grandmother, all that we did was we were taking big bed sheets and all towels and taking that water and put, squeezing that into the wash basin and all that. And the epicenter was right in the city of Vishakapatnam. Everywhere there was devastation. And I thought, due to cyclone, only trees will fall, some weak trees that will fall, and the rest of the trees will be fine. But next day, when I was going outside for the morning walk, my eyes were in tears because of that epicenter and that friction in the atmosphere. All the trees were charred. Not even a single green leaf was there. See this picture? This is a picture of Geetam University. It had green trees like that. And then what happened? See, only black, brown, burnt kind of stems were remaining. And then this is how the hill near my house looked, completely brown and barren. I was like, till then I was taking nature for granted. I mean, like, I didn't know what to do. This was the Andhra University, the pride of Vizag. It had so many trees of hundreds of years old and 50 years old, 40 years old. It's a heritage site of Vizag. And how it looked, oh my God, my heart was like sinking going around in our city. And then these, I used to take pride. I used to take tell all my friends across India, please come to Vizag. It has beaches, it has hills, it is such a green, beautiful city. And it was on the top 3 list and the cleanest city also. And then after Hood, I just didn't know what to do. What will I invite my friends to see such a city with char plants? And oh my God, how are we citizens going to survive? October 12th, 2014, this happened. And then Diwali hadn't come yet. And our chief minister then announced, please don't light even a single cracker for Diwali. And you know what? I take pride in the citizens of my city. Nobody lit cracker that time. And then after a few days, this is one more. This is the Voltaire Club, which is another heritage building, that white color building. How our city looked. Oh my God. And then after a few months, you know, all the trees started showing new leaves. Oh my God, it's just a few weeks. And that time I believed that nature, there is always hope. And even where the tree stumps had fallen, there were new plants emerging, children. And that gave me really hope. And within no time, all the all the places where it was charred, it was everywhere, you know, the whole city, it turned green. That's why I say that. And you know why these are all happening? It's not only 10 years back in Vizag. I want to show you something else. Maybe you'll remember watching it in, see this? Before and after. So when Hood was there in 2014, and within 1 year, the same date, October 2015, the same place, how nature came back to life. And once again, it was all green and beautiful. Believe in nature, na children. It heals itself and it heals us too. And other than this, I wanted to show you something else. Okay, here we go. Do you all remember seeing this video in December recently, December 2023? I mean, like, no, just a week back. Yes, ma, this video is there in all WhatsApp groups everywhere. Like, oh, just look at those cars. Mm. This happened in Chennai, where Renu auntie was there. There was another storyteller friend, she was on her terrace. They were given packets of food and everything. Why this happened? Because all the plastics that were being used, they were clogging the drains, they were clogging the lakes, and the politicians everywhere, it is being cemented. They were not, there were no open places for the water to go. And the rivers and lakes and everything coming into the cities and causing this kind of devastation. Why all these nature calamities are happening, children? It's not only in India, in Chennai, and the previous year it was in Bangalore, and then Uttarakhand, and then, Bangladesh, Pacific, even in the US, much more developed country, in the US also it's happening. Do you know why it has happened? Why? Because, like Amamma's times, we are not active physically. We have become a lazier generation. Our generation is still better, but you all children have become much more lazier. When I was in my sixth standard, I could cook a meal for the entire family. But now, if I'm going out of town for one half day or one day, you just want to order pizza, or you just want to order a burger, or whatever you like. You won't even make the effort to go and make that food. That is the difference. And when you order food, so much of plastic, all this packaging, and when that person from the Swiggy is traveling from the outlet to home, so much of carbon footprint. You are right, Amma. Thank you for telling us what we and how we are going wrong. The other day you said you had a presentation in your department about sustainability and all this. Can you also please show to us that? Prakriti asked. And Amma said, yeah, just a minute, I'm showing you that even, right? Mm. Let's see.
Sree, are you looking for a particular file?
Yeah, I'm just opening it. 1 second. I'm just. I don't know how it disappeared. I'm just going. Just give me 1 second, Eric. Can you just stop the recording, please, once? So that
Mhm.
I don't know how it got deleted. It was supposed to be there. Anyways, children, so the small things, the small changes that we make in our lifestyle today, like stopping single-use plastics, eating local instead of eating that particular apple from somewhere in USA or from somewhere New Zealand or Australia. If you start eating more of papaya and guava, which are grown nearby, if we start eating more organically grown produce instead of chemical things, and in Amama's time and even in my time, we used to carry a steel water bottle or an aluminum water bottle. But now you just buy water everywhere. You know, all those plastic water bottles, they are filling up our oceans, and marine life is becoming extinct. Do you know that? Yes, mom, we realized that we will, wherever we go, we're going to take the water bottle, and wherever we go, we are going to take a cloth bag. And we are also going to remind you to take cloth bag when you go for buying vegetables and all that. And children, as Amama was saying, that it's not just making these posters and all that, it is feeling, and you start loving nature. I don't think anybody of us can harm the environment when we really start loving the nature and feel the beauty of nature. Remember when we traveled and when we went to Munnar, everywhere it was so green, the blue clouds. And today is Radha Saptami. In India, we celebrate all the nature gods also. And today we look at the sun as the giver of the energy and we worship him. So when you feel it, with all our senses, when you listen to the ocean waves, the rhythm of the rain, and when you smell the flowers with your nose, and when you see the beauty of the flowers, roses or chrysanthemums, or so many, myriad flowers that are there with Vasanta Panchami, all the flowers will start blooming. And when you can feel the touch of a flower or the wind, with all our senses, when we understand the beauty of nature, I don't think you can ever harm the environment, and you'll start working towards the planet. And for this beautiful experience of experiencing the nature, I'll invite one more friend of mine. She's supposed to come. She's going to, make us experience and feel the nature meditation. Here she is. She's Sudha. I'm calling Sudha.
Hi.
Hi, Sudha. We all are eagerly waiting for your nature meditation. I want the children to experience, the love of the nature.
Oh, they are making posters too.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
they experience, they can draw very easily what they have experienced through this journey of nature.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Please sit, all of you, sit comfortably in your places, wherever you are sitting. Close your eyes. This is your time. Focus on the words I'm telling you to visualize a beautiful garden with all the flowers, trees, different birds, butterflies, maybe honeybees, and so many sounds. Imagine that you are opening the gate of that beautiful garden. Feel the fresh air going through your nostrils, giving you the nice smell of leaves of the garden and flowers too. Wow, what a nice, beautiful scenery it is. Just entering into the garden. See on your right side, beautiful multi-colored rose garden. There are white roses. There are pink ones. There are red ones. Wow, that yellow one is so striking to see. And moving ahead 2 steps, see on your left side, marigold. Wow, white, bright, striking yellow color garden. They are all waving their heads, swaying their leaves to the slowly blowing breeze. Feel that breeze touching your skin Wow, what a pleasant feeling it is. Going ahead, see some honeybees going and trying to taste the honey from the flowers. In that process, how they are helping the nature by taking the pollen and spreading it to other areas so that new plants grow there also. Wow, what a nice scenery it is. Some butterflies, colorful, multicolored butterflies, purple, pink, brown, blue. Wow, it's such a nice feeling looking at them. Oh, feel the butterfly touching your skin. One of the butterflies landing on your hand. What a smooth touch it is. Wow. Going ahead, see the caterpillars crawling among the plants on the ground. Though it was not good to see the caterpillars, but how they grow and transform into butterflies. Imagine that, how they can grow and transform into beautiful butterflies. Yes, the wind is blowing now little hard. It's like all the leaves are falling from the trees around. The swirling of the sea, the swirling of the leaves falling and touching the ground. Oh, the crackling of leaves, dry leaves. Beautiful sound it is. Oh, suddenly the birds flying, flapping with their wings. Suddenly they are going up and coming down towards you. What a beautiful scene it is. See the birds' beauty. Oh, such a chirping sounds they are making, giving you goosebumps of joy. What an amazing scenery it is. Going ahead, a little more inside the garden, there is a fountain full of water and some ducks moving in that water. The waves, the fountain sound, the water falling sound. What nature it is. Suddenly, see some trees are coming out of a hole, bending their ways to see the sun. Ah, how sustainable they are, how resilient they are to live the life to the fullest. Yeah, we need to learn a lot from these leaves, trees, different birds, all these insects, butterflies. Sit there on the bench for a while, thinking about without nature, how the life would be. And enjoy the silence for some time. Yes, garden is now silent. Be with the flow of the nature. Just breathe in and breathe out. Enjoy the fresh air going through your nostrils and release all that. Remembering the beautiful machine that is taking solar energy, using the solar energy, converting it into a beautiful air by taking all the carbon dioxide that is giving us pain and making polluting the earth and environment. What a sustainable nature we have. Hold that in your mind. Walk out of the garden and come back to the now. When you are comfortable, you can open your eyes. Hope you got the beautiful view of the garden, flowers, butterflies, honeybees, birds, the leaves, green lush leaves and the dry golden brown leaves. I insist upon taking a paper and the colors you have with you to draw whatever is touching in this visual imagery, whatever you feel the most, which area of the garden you feel the most. Put it on the paper. You need not be a great artist. Just show your happiness and joy on the paper. Everything comes on its own. Hope all of you are immersed in drawing.
And as you're drawing, I'll ask Eric. Eric, could you create the breakout rooms? Just for, we are at 17:20, so just for 5 minutes. And then after 5 minutes, you'll be coming out of the breakout rooms.
Yeah,
Three
let's
in each
see.
room. 3 in each room. The
Well-
purpose of this breakout rooms is I'll share a few of the things that I do. Like I recycle my clothes and, out of old towels, I make the pocha things. And I don't use balloons for my children's birthday. Or if they are gifting to someone, or I am gifting some gift to someone, I'll just put the gift as it is in the paper bag and give it. I'll never use gift wrap, although the suspense is not there. These are my little things that I follow, to make this planet a better place. And I'm trying composting also of late, composting all the wet waste. And in these breakout rooms, I want you to share with your fellow members what are the little things that you are doing, which we can learn from each other that will save our planet. It's just each one will take one minute, 3.5 to 4 minutes. You can go into the breakout rooms.
And once you have drawn whatever is appealing to you, please post it in the chat so that we can all can watch what you have done, what you felt, how you felt.
Okay, shall I put them in breakout rooms now?
Yes, please. Yes. 3 minutes. That is till 17:25. Yes.
And they're supposed to discuss this and draw
Yes.
pictures?
Discuss and draw pictures and then come back and share.
Okay, here we go. We're the only ones who are still here.
Okay.
I put them in whether they had their camera on or off.
Okay. So in each room there are 6 people, is it? Okay.
Yeah, but three of those people will have their cameras turned off.
Okay.
I'll pause the recording, I think.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, if there's 6 people in a room, but probably only 3 are active in each room.
Okay. Did you assign the time also for the breakout room, Eric?
No, well, it's 5:23, so the session is going to end in 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah.
So let them come back. Well, whenever, in a few minutes.
Let's close the breakout rooms around 5:26 at least. 3-4 minutes in the open gallery view. Let
Mm-hmm.
us how did they like the session? Let them share whatever what did they find in the breakout rooms. Let few of them share here.
Yeah, they won't have much time, but they'll have a few minutes.
Yeah.
Now, I hope Mubin is here.
Yeah, Mubin is here. I admitted her. Yes.
Oh, good. Wonderful. All right. Well, it's been a good session.
Yeah, even the attendance was good. A lot of
Yes, you have a lot of attendance.
Yes, I was happy about it.
And I will send the recording to you. You probably know somebody who can do video editing,
Okay.
so that you can edit out that few minutes in the middle when you were looking for that.
I can do it myself. not a
Oh, you
problem.
can do editing.
Like
Congratulations.
basic editing of removing a particular stretch of time and all that I can do. I can put text on it. I can do that much. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent.
Nobody was in my room. Nobody responded, so I came back.
I'm sorry.
Sorry about that.
It was 5 people with their cameras turned off, huh?
Yes.
Yes, that's why I
What's
usually
your
don't do
name? I
that.
mean, Galaxy, it shows, but the voice sounds familiar.
Yeah. Just a second.
Deepa, right?
This is me, Lipika.
Hi, Lipika. Sorry.
Hi, how are you?
Uh, how is your health now, Lipika?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm able to speak properly. But anyway, during my storytelling, I could manage to speak at least.
Hi, Lalita. You're muted, Lalita.
I could join only towards the end of your story, Sree, but I just got the entire idea what you're trying to project. And in my house also, we do a lot of recycling and reusing. So whatever you said, the wet waste goes to compost. In fact, my mother-in-law does the entire gardening, and she uses the compost for the gardening.
How
And
wonderful.
of course, we did.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna close the rooms.
Close the rooms, yes.
You'll be here in 10 seconds.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, I found my presentation and we have 3 minutes to go. Within 1 minute, I'll try to show the presentation. Yeah, here I go. Yes, this is a presentation that was zero waste. Uh, yeah, so zero waste lifestyle. It is very difficult to get into zero waste lifestyle, but with little steps, we can do that. One second. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Sri.
Yes, Sri.
Yeah. Going zero waste is not impossible, may be difficult at first. Slowly, with little changes in our life, we can get there one step at a time. We have to refuse when we are given plastic. We have to reduce usage of electricity and water. We have to reuse things and we have to recycle and we have to rot. Rot is nothing but, composting wet waste. Where is our waste going? As we have seen in the videos of water entering into the cities, our lakes, rivers, and oceans and atmosphere, it is going everywhere. When we burn solid waste, it goes into the atmosphere. Why zero waste is crucial? As population is growing and lifestyles are changing, so is our waste increasing, burdening Mother Earth and clogging our oceans, and marine life is on extinct. So, how to start living a zero waste lifestyle? Don't use plastic, homemade products, eat a plant-based menu, recycle your clothes. Many ways, by carpooling, by using organic food produce, by not wasting electricity, by not ordering online, by buying local, by recycling clothes and less manufactured goods. When we reduce unnecessary purchases and one-time plastics and use biodegradable products, automatically we are saving our planet. So let's be aware of our own impact. We have 1 minute for you all to share how you liked the session.
Just like we are showing through our, gesture, hand gesture. It's
Thank you so much, Rohini.
the best.
Thank you all for
Wonderful,
joining.
wonderful. Even I couldn't waste 1 minute seeing here and there. It was really mind blowing. Very well
First and
done.
foremost, thank you all for joining, and especially for those who joined from abroad. You know, at 4 o'clock evening is a very odd time for you all, and think Italy, I don't know what is the time, Stefania. So thank
It's
you
about
for
noon.
okay.
Thank you so much for the session. It was really very, very nice and lovely. A lovely way of interweaving the stories in a bigger picture. Thank you.
I wanted to, bring it as one whole thing. So that worked wonderfully. And thank you, Shraddha, Ashwati.
I would love to,
Rohini.
sorry to talk in a minute. I would like to thank my students who joined, 2-3 children they have joined, and few friends of mine who high school buddies. I mean, they also joined.
So nice.
Thanks to join the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. And I'm not able to see others who don't have the cameras on. And it's 5:30. That's a wrap, Eric. You can stop recording our session.